All right, one of the more popular and yet ones that has had significant accidents with it is doing flame colors. And this is one that involves methanol, and that's where people have gotten a problem because of having too much methanol in proximity when they're lighting methanol to create the flame colors. So what we have here is the basic salts: copper, strontium, sodium, lithium, and a couple of coppers, copper sulfate and copper chloride. And they are been soaking in methanol, and you can see the solids are still in there, and that affects the methanol as it burns, which would be colorless or blue. It's going to be colored because of the salt presence. So I'm going to night them, and this is readily available on YouTube and other things. You see different people have done this and have some very nice video of this. The one enhancement that we're going to do to this is that we are going to add the glass columns around it and create a bit of a vortex of airflow, and that gives you a larger flame, and it gives you a better presentation, I think, of the color. So let's light up the different colors. So you can see the hints of the colors there. Now I'm going to move the glass in there to give you even a better visual of the flame. So the first one on the left there is strontium. This one is potassium. We'll move these over. And for filming purposes, we're keeping things fairly tight in the envelope here. But that does make it problematic, and how close I am to the flames, having to be very careful that not sticking my hands into the flames. The glass does get warm, so that's another thing you have to be careful of as you're doing this chimney effect here. Interesting how that was very green until we added more oxygen in there, and then you begin to get more of the characteristic blue color. Sodium tends to pollute and contaminate a variety of these things, and you can see here how brilliant the sodium is. And then finally, copper sulfate here, which tends to give us a little bit of a better blue color. Then we simply use watch glasses to remove the oxygen from the reaction. All right, so in wrapping up then, the colors we had here, this is strontium salt, this was cesium, this one was sodium, this one here is copper sulfate, this one was copper chloride, and this one was potassium chloride. Safety-wise, of course, you're working with open flame. I would recommend that you not put them quite this close together if you're going to use the glass columns, just because you're so close to the other flames. But we did this, I said, for the video to keep it close for the camera image. You want to be aware that these do get hot, and you set them up there cold and think nothing of it and go back to grab them, and they're too hot. If you're not wearing gloves, you could burn yourself that way. The quantities here, you can see they're very small, little crystallizing dishes, and so you're not using a large volume, and you don't have any methanol around otherwise than what's in these here. And then to put them out, you need something that you can shut off the interplay of oxygen with the burning reaction, and so watch glasses work well to do that. But then you have to be careful now to come back. The watch glass is going to be warm, and so is the glass below that. So letting those cool and giving them some time is also advised.